What's going on, everybody? It's been a while since I've held a live stream. It's good to be here. Make sure my sound is on. I think we're good. Yeah, flying the freedom, boys and girls. Flying the freedom. The music is beautiful. That's good to know. Welcome Zero Mission EX Flareon. Welcome Sohiri Walid, Neko-chan. You guys are great. I think you already know that. Let me turn this down just a little bit. It's a little loud for me. My stomach is growling. I hope that wasn't picked up on the mic. My stomach just starts randomly growling. And I could turn this up here. Let me know how the audio is, music-wise and voice-wise, if we're doing okay here. My day's been okay, but my day honestly started at like 2:30 a.m., so it's been a long one. But naps have been good to me. Audio and voice are good. Good to know. That's real good. I'm glad that things are actually working. It's been a while since we've had things actually working. And we're just calling him Zero because he's cool like that, or she. We don't know. Who are we? Who are we to tell? Got a sketch pad here. I don't know if we're doing any drawing, but yeah, got a sketch pad here. I want to wait for a couple more people, or you know, at least wait a little while to see if more people are coming before I read the story, because I don't like reading it over and over and over again. It's a he. Okay, like you said, it's a he. But yeah, I like to wait a little bit before I start reading, because then I end up reading it like 50 times, and then the people that have been in the stream for a little while get a little frustrated with that, I feel like, because I've read it so many times. Did I progress? No, I did not. So that's why this entry in story series is called Breaking Writer's Block. Neko-chan, I did not write very much more. I've actually been kind of struggling. I won't lie to you. For me, the problem, the biggest issue that I'm having is time management. When to write, and it's just difficult to find that time. And not only that, it's been difficult to find the motivation to write. And I know that's awful. I know I have a responsibility to get your ideas on paper, and I know I failed to do that, so I apologize for that. So I haven't really progressed the story. I think I've written maybe a sentence or two since the last story series, which was, I believe, over 3 weeks ago. So that's not good. But that's what the stream is about. We're gonna continue the writing. We're gonna start fresh and move forward, and I hope that you guys are ready to help me out there. It's been a while since I've written anything. To be totally honest, though, I haven't really been in the Blue Age mindset. I've been sort of not writing other things, but thinking about other things that I've already written a long time ago, and I've been kind of on that side of the fence and not necessarily Blue Age. So I need an injection of Blue Age hype in this stream. It's my story too, that's true, but I really I want to focus on your ideas, on all of you guys. Let me make this chat bigger so I don't have to keep squinting my eyes. And let's see, how do I do that again? Pop out chat. There we go. That's a little bit better. It puts it in dark mode too, which again makes it a lot easier. So if you remember, if you recall correctly, then you know where we're at in the story. What else have I been writing? Some personal stuff. My manga series. just that little old thing. I haven't really been writing it, just coming up with ideas for it, and it's been in my head lately, and I've been wanting to write that and this, and it's just been like, you know, the motivation's just not there for any of that. But again, that's what this stream is all about. So I have the writing here. Yeah. I changed a couple of things. I definitely kind of dipped into the reincarnation aspect of our main character, of Cyrus. I really like that. I've been starting to like that a lot. Mecha? I don't know what you mean. Have you been writing a mecha series? That's kind of dope. But yeah, I've been really kind of digging into the reincarnation aspect of Cyrus and what that means for the story, and how to translate that to the readers, how to translate that and make that actually flow a little bit better. So yeah, this music is super chill. Guys, it's kind of getting a little cold outside. Won't lie to you, it's feeling a little breezy. It's feeling nice. I went outside earlier and I was like, a little nippy. Got a little shiver. I had to put the hoodie on. When they broke into the bar, right? Well, they didn't really break into the bar. They just kind of walked in. It's a public bar, and they walked in to see Ruby, who is like working with this sort of group. They had a contact tell them about Ruby. They didn't know if it was even a girl. They were surprised to find out that it was a woman, and they kind of just started talking about her, and she's supposed to help them get out of Lord Zelmont's crosshairs. Lord Zelmont is the ruler of the country of Sigmund, which is the country that they inhabit. So there's definitely some conflict for sure there. And meanwhile, while all that's happening, we have Oswald, Bosco, and the Captain Leffenberg that are kind of plotting out how to get into that bar and capture Cyrus and Octavia, because they just found out that, you know, Cyrus and Octavia are working together. It's chilly the whole day. That's cool. Yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving the weather right now. It is breezy. It is a little chilly. It's making me want some soup. I won't lie to you guys. I'm kind of hoping for some soup. Might I'm probably going to make soup later. But yeah, that's kind of the gist of it right now. Is just trying to plot out what's happening. 90 degrees, God, that sounds awful. I live in you know, the East Coast, New York, so a little bit closer to the coldness. But it'll start cooling off. Next month, October-ish, it should start cooling off. Unless you live in Texas, then you're doomed. Or California. California doesn't really get cold either. It was like 87 like 2 days ago, so, you know, I'm just now kind of getting used to it. It was a very sharp turn of weather. Just like all of a sudden, it's 64 outside, and then I think it's probably going to drop to about 50 tonight, which is crazy. I don't know about that. I'll probably stay in the 60s. So it looks like it's just Zero and Neko-chan here in the chat. We have a few other people watching. Do you want me to read it right now, or do you think I should hold off? Let me know. Because I'm just going to start from the beginning again. It's been a while since I've even read from the beginning. Yeah, I could do that whenever you guys feel the need to. If you, let me stress this as well, if you feel the need of change in the story, if there is an aspect to a character, a line of dialogue, or a line of narration that you don't feel fits the story, let me know, and I can work on that, and I can fix that. That's what this stream is for. We're working on the story together. We are a part of the story, and I want everyone to kind of have a voice in it, and I want everyone to be able to affect it in some way. And even if it's just a small line of dialogue or just a tiny bit, that counts. That truly does. I really love flow in a story. I love when everything is working together. I love it when all the cogs, all the cogs are aligning. And right now I don't 100% feel that for Blue Age, and that's understandable. You know, we just began technically, so Georgia. Yeah, I got a friend that lives in North Carolina, and you know, obviously the weather's pretty extreme there, but like further west, it's like burning. So okay, thank you, Neko-chan. Yeah, let's begin this. I'm gonna turn off the music actually because it kind of distracts me when reading. Yeah, I'm gonna read this thing. It's been again a little while since I've read this, so yeah, I don't remember the characters' voices and stuff like that, but I'll try my best to give them a good voice, to give them the proper voice. I always imagine Cyrus a little bit like Edward Elric. I mean, honestly, the entire story reminds me of a little bit of Fullmetal Alchemist, but I really see Edward Elric in Cyrus. You know, I just imagine Vic Mignogna's voice, the English voice actor for Edward Elric, as Cyrus. And I don't know, I do that. I tend to do that in my head. I imagine Octavia a little tsundere-ish. Ruby, little I'm trying to think of a character like Tsunade, a little bit of a Tsunade vibe. If you guys have ever seen Naruto, possibly that. I don't know. Let's just get into this. Again, if there's an aspect you want me to change, if there's anything that you feel is not flowing right, let me know in the chat. Okay, let's begin. Our main character Cyrus lays back on the top of a moving train, watching the Victorville countrysides pass by. He scrolls through his phone to find a message. New message from Octavia. We'll meet by the Musica alleyway in Broker Square. Cyrus reads, I'll see you soon, Octavia. Suddenly, Oswald, a detective from Kingston, climbs up from the end of the cart. He then pulls out his phone to summon his pistol as Cyrus glances over. That didn't take them long. Cyrus quickly jolts up and begins to run down the speeding cart. Kudere? I'm not familiar with Kudere. I feel Ruby is cold but sweet. Yeah, that's definitely it. Anyway, Cyrus quickly jolts up and begins to run down the speeding cart. You can't run forever, kid, Oswald shouts as he begins to shoot aimlessly. Cyrus quickly lifts up his hand as a blue-hued shield blocks and catches the bullets. I can try. He then launches one of the bullets, slamming against Oswald's shoulder. He goes down to his knees in pain. Damn it, that wasn't supposed to hit him. Cyrus in anger as a tunnel approaches. You can't escape! He tries to aim another shot. But you can! He holds out his palm again and pushes him off the train with another force field, making him fall safely onto the back exit railing out of the tunnel's way. Cyrus then quickly lays flat against the surface of the train, the tunnel missing him by a hair as it rushes by. Meet me on the center platform at Kingston Hall. He's still on the run, he shouts on his phone to his partner, Bosco, who is on the train with him. Damn it, Oswald. We're not even supposed to be going after him until we reach Kingston, he says as he summons his pistol from his phone. He moves down the train as it rushes by the crowded station. Hustle and bustle mask the sounds of the train's clashing steel as it begins to stop. We're doing okay so far. Run after him! Oswald shouts as Cyrus jumps from the roof of the train and runs through the crowd of commuters. Damn it, Bosco! You said you had a clear shot! He's too fast! I can't risk hitting a bystander! Cyrus runs to the edge of the station to hide behind one of its large columns. He then pulls out and scrolls through his smartphone. This ought to fool them. Suddenly, his hair goes from blue to brown via his phone, whatever. He then casually walks out of the train station and into Kingston, a massive city of steel and brick. White clouds, that's weird, I wrote that wrong. White clouds shroud and overcast the afternoon sky. He looks up, noticing the large towers littering the entire city with steam. He continues onward, entering Broker Square, a space populated with businesses as far as the eye can see. But he soon notices that the two men are still tailing him, so he quickly makes his way out of the crowd and into Musica, the music store. Welcome to Musica, friend, Dubstep thumps as he glances out the window, seeing the men pass by out of his vicinity. Whew, that was a close one. Back outside, the two men stop in the middle of the square. We lost him, he says with anger as he looks towards his partner, Bosco. All because you were too spineless to shoot him! I was too spineless to accidentally kill an innocent life. If it had been for you jumping the gun back on the train, we'd still be following him. Watch yourself, young blood. You're speaking to a superior officer. We're supposed to protect the people. When you put people in danger, I have to step up. You still believe that's our sole duty? Protecting the people? Ain't that adorable? Enough! We need to get back to HQ. Bosco as he pulls out his phone and taps at the screen. Suddenly, his pistol evaporates into thin air. Back to Cyrus. Such passionate reading, thank you. We're supposed to meet here somewhere. Is she late? He questions himself as he walks into the dark alleyway. You're the one who's late, Cyrus. She drops down from a fire escape, clinging to the side of the building. Octavia! You kept me waiting for hours. Where have you been? I ran into a little trouble. Detectives from East Station tailed me from Victorville. I just managed to shake them off. Zelmont's men are getting smarter. If they knew that you'd be on that train, there's no telling what else they know. That means we need to move faster. We're supposed to be meeting our contact at the Lodjaluk Bar on Beaker Street at 9 o'clock. He apparently has information on Zelmont that we can use against him. And maybe we can turn the tides on this war. We can only hope. Meanwhile, now at the police station, Bosco and Oswald stand in front of their captain, the dreaded Leffenberg. What do you mean he got away? He shouts as he... Sorry, let me read that better. I always read this wrong. What do you mean he got away? He shouts as he pounds on his desk. I tried to explain to Bosco here, but he fails to understand the gravity of this situation. Sir, with all due respect, I was only following orders until Oswald opens fire on the child while on the train. And then he froze at the station when he had a clear shot, Oswald quickly adds in. You mean to tell me that I'm supposed to shoot a kid in cold blood in front of the presence of civilians? Not only that, but also putting the lives of said civilians in danger. That's what we've become? The mission was to capture the boy at all cost. We're trying to win a war, not save face with the city's people. But aren't those people the very reason why we're trying to win this war? Bosco adds. Enough! Bosco goes silent. Listen. These orders come from Lord Zelmont himself. If it were up to me, we'd be spending our resources on getting more soldiers on the front lines, not wasting them chasing some wizard boy. But as you know, Zelmont being the ruler of Sigmund, his orders are final. His orders are going to have major repercussions in this war. Repercussions that aren't in our favor. He gives a stern look before leaving the room. Oswald soon follows. Zelmont, what are you doing? Our trust in your word is slowly depleting. Now alone, Leffenberg lets out a sigh. Can we change the code to OCR3? What? Yeah, I'm trying to keep it fast-paced, for sure. Bosco is best boy, hands down, without a doubt. Now alone, Leffenberg lets out the sigh. Cyrus and Octavia make their way to the Lodjaluk Bar. Its large pink neon sign illuminates the night. Be on your toes. We can't predict how this contact will treat us, Octavia says. Got it. They enter the crowded bar. A jazz band plays over the banter and the clinking of plates and glasses as they look around for their contact. He should be wearing a top hat, she whispers over to Cyrus. Over there! He points out to a woman sitting in the corner booth. She's the only one wearing a top hat. They walk over to the booth to confront the woman. How much does that hat cost? Octavia asks the woman. It's worth the universe. It should cost more, Octavia also says. Glad you found me, Ruby as she takes off the hat. Wait, what just happened there? It was code, Cyrus. We needed one to be sure Zelmont's men were out of the question. Oh, I see. Well, you could have let me in on it, he shouts. So I hear you're looking for a way out of Zelmont's crosshairs. Before I tell you anything, I need a little context here. Why exactly is he after you two? Well, you see, is there a quieter place where we could talk? Of course, hon, she says with a smirk. Meanwhile, back at the police station. Sir, Cyrus has been spotted, walking into the Lodjaluk Bar. He's with a woman. A technician at the helm of the control center stutters. Didn't take the kid for a ladies' man. All right, squad. It's time to move out. Jasper, Fringe, and Carmen, you all take the east side of the building.
Sir, the woman seems to be Octavia Ehrenhart, he interrupts.
What? Are you positive?
Wait, the Ehrenhart of the Ehrenhart Weapon Corporation? Bosco asks.
She's a high target in Zelmont's eyes. Looks like we'll get 2 for the price of 1.
She's supposed to be dead,
Bosco in narration. Or he thinks to himself, sorry. It's written in screenplay form. Where was I? This changes things. Ehrenhart is extremely versatile in all forms of firearms. We'll have to storm the building.
Sir, that bar is crowded with civilians.
Not this crap again, Oswald chimes in from the corner of the room. No, Bosco was right. I have a plan in mind that'll prevent any casualties among the civilians. Back at Lodulek Bar, Cyrus, Octavia, and Ruby sit in the storage room of the bar.
Now, what's so important that you need to talk in private?
Cyrus pulls out his phone.
Cyrus, no!
Octavia! We don't trust her. There's no way we're going to escape Zelmont. I've made up my mind. This is the only way, he conveys as he selects his hair to default. His hair goes from the digitized brown back to its natural blue hue. The Ignition app uses an atmospheric magic known as pixelation. It's relatively weak and really only serves a few purposes, but it is derived from what I am beholden to.
And what's that?
Ruby asks. Cyrus pauses and looks around the room, noticing an empty liquor bottle sitting on top of a barrel. He holds out his palm.
Are you sure about this, Cyrus?
She says in hesitancy as she grabs his shoulder.
I'm sure.
Suddenly, a blue flash emits from his hand and pushes the bottle down. Ruby stands shocked.
This is superior magic. It's the true reason why Zelmont is after me.
To push bottles down?
You're not understanding the situation here, Octavia replies.
In just under 10 seconds, I could destroy this entire bar and kill everyone in it if I chose to.
How do you know that you possess that kind of power?
A few months ago, I destroyed an entire cliffside with ease. And that's all I have so far. The couple lines of dialogue towards the end could change. I really wasn't putting too much work into that. I was just trying to write something before I started this. But yeah. I love the fast pacing. Can we change? I don't know what you mean by the code OCR3. I don't know what that is. When they meet Ruby. Oh, hello, never mind. I like that code. Oh, the code. Yeah. Okay, I see what you mean. I am going to change that. I don't know what OCR3 is or what that refers to. Oh, what's going on, Quinfon? Good to have you here. It's been a while since I've been on stream. It's been a while since I've streamed. It's been like 2 weeks. I've been having some technical difficulties as of late. Let me put the music back on. Is that music loud enough? I think it's loud enough. I could turn it up maybe a little bit more. Let me know how it sounds. But the main focus, again, with this stream is I want to just write with you guys. I want to add more to the story. So, he says... How do you guys feel about Cyrus having superior magic? I made sure to emphasize superior magic. That's kind of what his ability is called. I don't know if that's cool. I don't know. But she walks up and says OCR. Would that be how it goes? I don't know if that works in context of, like, you know, being at the bar and you know. Let's fix that right now. So she walks over. Oh, I skipped it. She walks over to him and she says, "How much does that hat cost?" And then Ruby replies, "It's worth the universe." And then Octavia says, "It should cost more." I want there to be a couple more lines there. Oh, my D-pad is messing up. It should cost more. And then Ruby says, how much more? How much more? And then Octavia states, God, it's so hard. Oh, I like that. What do you cost the universe? What else do you cost the universe? I like that. It should cost more. And then Ruby says, what else do you cost the universe? And then what is Octavia's reply there? Ooh, Neko-chan. Neko-chan, I dig that. No, I dig that. Not or whatever. I really dig that. Okay, so let's just... That's the end of it. So she walks over. Octavia says, how much does that hat cost? And then Ruby states, it's worth the universe. Octavia, it should cost more. What else do you cost the universe? Ruby asks. And then Octavia replies, how about our freedom? Because she's with Cyrus. I think our freedom. Our freedom. And then Ruby says, glad you found me, with a big smirk. In fact, Ruby with a smile as she takes off the hat. And that way Cyrus can get kind of lost in it a little bit more. He's like, hey, what's going on? And so Cyrus is like, wait, what just happened there? You are late, Regu. Yeah, Neko's doing the Lord's work right now. I really need to get a damn cup. I keep spilling water all over my face. It's so rude, too. I really don't like drinking out of that giant gallon. It's just I drink so fast. Like, I don't know. What's going on, Reg? Good to have you here. But yeah, I dig that. And then Octavia's, it was code, Cyrus. We needed one to be sure of keeping Zelmont's men out of the question. And then, oh, I see. It's like, he goes, oh, I see. ... Well, you could have let me in on it. I'd like that, too. And then Ruby asks, so I hear you're looking for a way out of Zelmont's crosshairs, ... Before I tell you anything, I need a little context here. Why exactly is he after you two? And then Octavia's a little hesitant. Well, you see... ... And then Cyrus, is there a quieter place where we could talk? And then she says, of course, hun. I want Ruby to be kind of a flirtatious character. A little, you know, little spunk in her. And then back at the police station, you have the technician stating that Cyrus walked into the bar, blah, 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 blah. So many dots. Yeah, we gotta have the dots. It's a manga here, right? You guys are all helping me with the story. Neko is actually doing what I want everyone to do, and that's just come up with cool lines of dialogue. This stream is more about actually writing the story, not necessarily, you know, coming up with grand ideas for way later on. We're actually we're in the thick of it. You know, we're on the front lines, just writing the story, and that's what I want to focus on with today's stream. So then Ruby says, now, what's so important that you need to talk in private? That's a question. I forgot to put a question mark there. And then, oops. Okay. And Cyrus pulls out his phone. Octavia shouts, Cyrus, no! And then Cyrus says, Octavia, we don't trust her. There's no way we're going to escape Zelmont. I've made up my mind.
This is the only way. He conveys as he selects his hair to default. His hair goes from the digitized brown back to its natural blue hue. And then this app that they use, the app that that like summons the phone, changes the hair color, can also change clothes on a character as well, is called the Ignition app. And it uses pixelation magic, or pixel magic. And that's something that I came up with on my own. I know Neko-chan had this idea of calling it something like pixel, like it wanted to be like pixelated, kind of. So I decided just to kind of dive deeper into that and just straight up call it pixelation, which I think works. I think it fits quite well. So yeah, definitely want to keep that there. But the Ignition app, I don't really know. I just tried to come up with something. So it's the Ignition app uses an atmospheric magic known as pixelation. It's relatively weak and really only serves a few purposes, but it is derived from what I am beholden to. So he's referring to pixelation coming from a different type of magic, an older magic. And then Ruby asks, and what is that? Cyrus pauses and looks around the room, noticing an empty liquor bottle sitting on top of a barrel. He holds out his palm. Are you sure about this, Cyrus? Octavia asks. She says in hesitancy. I should say she asks in hesitancy because it's a question. She asks in hesitancy as she grabs at his shoulder. I'm sure, Cyrus states. Suddenly, a blue flash emits from his hand and pushes the bottle down. Ruby stands, shocked. This is superior magic. It's the true reason Zelmont is after me. To push down bottles? She says she says jokingly. I like that. She says jokingly. And then Octavia gets a little upset. You're not understanding the situation here. And then Cyrus says, in just under 10 seconds, I could destroy this entire bar and kill everyone in it if I chose to. And then Ruby asks, how do you know that you possess that kind of power? I don't like this part. I want to get rid of all that. I like Cyrus saying that he can do all that. Like, he can, like, I can kill everyone in here if I chose to. Like, this entire place can go in flames if I chose to. I want Cyrus to be a little OP. I kind of dig that. And I think it gives more reason for Zelmont to be after him, too. Like, if he's just, you know, pushing people around with force fields, like, you know, how much is that going to help them in a war? But if he can, like, straight up just start tearing things apart and just ripping things, I think that gives more incentive on Zelmont to go after him. So, yeah. So then Ruby says, so Zelmont is after you because you're basically a weapon to him. Good to have Joshua Bell here. Welcome to the stream. This is blue magic. That's why they are after me. This is superior magic from modern age. I kind of dig something like that. I like calling it blue magic. Blue age magic. That's why they are after me. You're right. We should call it blue age magic. I dig that. Not superior magic. Yeah. I dig that, Neko-chan. Hang on. This is blue age magic. It's the true... What else did you have there? This is blue age magic. That's why they are after me. This is superior magic from... I don't know if I dig the modern age thing. This is blue age magic. It's the true reason Zelmont is after me. Oh, yeah, I dig that. I like blue, because then it gives a reason for the series to actually be called Blue Age. No, it's called Blue Age. I like calling it Blue Age. I don't want all of Cyrus's secrets to be revealed here.
I think that she's not telling her that he's a reincarnation of wisdom or whatever. Like, I don't know if you guys remember that, but that's what we kind of agreed upon in last story series, was that basically Cyrus is he was a normal boy, and then he slowly started finding out that he has this magical ability, and he has this kind of inner voice that speaks to him that basically told him, hey, you are a reincarnation of wisdom, this force that has been a part of the world for many, for millennia, and Cyrus kind of has to learn the responsibility of having this power that no one else possesses. He only possesses the Blue Age magic because of wisdom inside of him. Cyrus should be or secretive. What does that mean? I like that though. In ancient time. This is Blue Age magic. It's from an ancient time. It's from an ancient time. And it is the true reason Zelmon is after me. And it is the... Okay, so he says, this is Blue Age magic. It's from an ancient time. And it is the true reason Zelmon is after me. Yeah. I dig that. How about wisdom is the power within rather than him being reincarnated? Do you guys not... I kind of like the reincarnation thing. I think that is kind of weird and it's kind of funky. And I kind of dig that. I like that it's a little different, you know? It's not just some kid that has magic. I kind of want there to be this voice within him. There's something inside of him. You know, but obviously, you know, it's hard to convince, you know, that theme to you guys, because that's something that would be, you know, that we would touch on quite far into the story. Maybe this is something that Cyrus has kept from Octavia as well. Or maybe that he's not even fully convinced of it yet, that is true. But that's the sort of beauty of, or I guess the upside of not revealing that he is reincarnated of wisdom or whatever right now. Now that that's not revealed, we don't have to commit to that. So we can totally change that later if it doesn't fit in with what we're writing later. Then we don't even have to put it in. So as of right now, he just has this Blue Age magic. It's from an ancient age or whatever. He might not be aware of it. Yeah, I kind of dig that. Okay, so yeah. After he says, this is Blue Age magic, it's from an ancient time, and it is the true reason Zelmon is after me. To push down bottles? She says jokingly. You're not understanding the situation here. In just under 10 seconds, I could destroy this entire bar and kill everyone in it if I chose to. So Zelmon is after you because you're basically a weapon to him. How about empirical magic? Also, can Cyrus turn things into pixels? If that's the case, then he can possibly manipulate matter. I want his powers to develop. I dig that, though. I dig that is like a part of the pixel magic that has been used for phones and stuff. I dig that he has a more extreme version of that. Him being able to manipulate matter is really cool. I could totally get behind that. Empirical magic, I kind of like Blue Age magic. I like how simplistic that is. The series, you know, what we're writing right now is called Blue Age. I think it works. I'll let it settle for now. We'll let it settle for now, and we can work on that maybe later. But yeah, I dig that. Thank you, Zero. So Zelmon is after you because you're basically a weapon to him. Yeah, I think maybe Zelmont knows. Maybe Zelmont knows that he is this reincarnated spirit of wisdom or whatever. And Zelmont eventually divulges these details upon
upon Cyrus and tells him, like, by the way, you are a reincarnated blah blah blah. Yeah, I dig that, Quinn. Thank you. Yeah, I'll definitely do that. He doesn't yeah, he'll gain this deeper understanding later. Anyway, Ruby says, so Zelmon is after you because you're basically a weapon to him. And then she says, well, this is certainly interesting. Zell knows wisdom from the past. Zelmont is a very powerful and a very, very smart man. He's not just some scrub. He's, like, tied into weird conspiracies of the ancient age. He, like, experiments with magic and does all kinds of weird stuff. We haven't even... He hasn't spoken a word in this. I haven't written his character at all. So we'll figure that out later. But yeah, I think that Zelmont should know. Yeah, I dig that. So Zelmon is after you because you're basically a weapon to him. Well, this is certainly interesting. And then Octavia gets a little impatient. And Octavia says, can you help us or not? Octavia states impatiently. So you're just trying to... So, Octavia says... Oops, I spelled that wrong. Can you help us or not? She's Octavia in impatience, Ruby says. So you're just trying to escape Zelmont? And then, so Ruby asks, so you're just trying to escape Zelmont? And then Octavia says, what do you mean? Inner thoughts. I feel bad that I can't tell them anything else, but I'll tell them when I can understand this whole voice in my head. I'm gonna take that, Neko-chan. And then, yeah, so after Cyrus says, in just under 10 seconds, I could destroy this entire bar and kill everyone in it if I chose to. I don't like that. I don't think I need to focus on him killing. Cyrus doesn't think about killing people. He doesn't want to kill anyone. He doesn't want that idea in his head at all. So he just says, in just under 10 seconds, I could destroy this entire bar. And then Cyrus in narration. Cyrus in narration. I feel bad that I can't tell them anything else. I feel bad that I can't tell them anything else. Anything else, ... And then he says, not until I understand myself. I dig that. in that part, Cyrus seems very different about his character, because near the beginning he really...
Yeah. So I took that out. He just states that he can destroy the entire bar. Like, he could just make it crumble. He's not thinking about actually hurting anyone. He's stating that to basically... just to state that, yeah, like, I'm really powerful.
I feel bad that I can't tell them anything else. Not until I understand myself.
Okay, hang on.
He says, I can't. Not until I understand myself. Yeah, I dig that. And then Ruby says, so someone is after you because you're basically a weapon to him. Wow, this is certainly interesting. And then she says, can you help us or not? Octavian impatience. So you're just trying to escape, Zelmont. This music. How about we change this music?
I kind of dig something like that. I feel like we're not there yet. How about and then Ruby in her head, maybe after the scene's over, Ruby could be like, I know he's not telling me everything, but for some reason I trust him, or something like that. I dig that. I dig that theme, Neko-chan. I'm gonna use that. Yeah, this music's a little bit wild. Let's go just some classic chill. Not chill step. What's good, guys? How about some jazz? Chill jazz. Yeah, right here. I dig this. There we go. That's a little more chilly. That's a little more chilly, guys. Okay. I feel cozy right now, guys. I wish there was like a fireplace over there. I wish I could get in that more of a chill headspace. Me too, Neko-chan. Okay. So Ruby says, so you're just trying to escape Zelmont then? So you're just trying to escape Zelmont. And then Octavia asks, what do you mean? Ruby's kind of a little bit of a jerk. I want Ruby to be like, hang on. Well, with that kind of power... Well, with that kind of power, we could stop Zelmont. I'm just giving you dialogue so you can use it anywhere. Thank you, Neko-chan. Again, this is like coming up with grand, big ideas. Like, I feel like we have enough of that. We just need to start writing. We need to start moving the story forward and get to those big, grand ideas. We're still like the beginning of the first chapter. I don't know if I want to give him those abilities. That's intense. That's really intense. That kind of... Then I have to kind of rework... I dig that. But then I'd have to change the scene where he pushes the bottle down, because he should turn the bottle into something else. I don't know. I'm reluctant on that, Zero. I dig that aesthetically. I think that's really fun and original. I think that's because right now it's basically just generic magic. I can push things and shoot force fields and block things and stuff, and that's kind of boring compared to that. That's tough, Zero. That would have to be a major reworking. I'd have to go back from the beginning and change some things. Kind of dig that too, Neko-chan. I want her to be kind of like that kind of character. I think you get the character already. You've watched enough anime to understand this sort of tsundere, kind of like very charming, but kind of a jerk. I'm thinking about it, Zero. I'm thinking about it. I think that I could do something like that. I think I could rework some things. And I don't know how much that would help Zelmont. Good to have you here, Dojo. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the stream. We'll probably stream for another 30 minutes. Keep it chill. Keep it that small length. A lot of people don't get to make it into the streams, so I try to keep them, or try to keep story series at least a little short, so that people can feel part of it with the VOD or whatever if they want to watch it later. My mind is flowing with characters. I got you, Neko-chan. Me too. Me too. I'm constantly just thinking of stupid characters. You should get a hold of my other stories. Like, they're just ripe with dumb characters. Okay, so then Ruby says, well, with that kind of power, we could stop Zelmont. Has that ever crossed your mind? And then Cyrus chimes in. And Cyrus says, I don't want to add more fire to an already raging war. I want to break this cycle of killing. I want to break this cycle of killing. I want to break this cycle of fighting. With that kind of power, you could have beat Zelma already. I dig that. I dig that. That's a better question. Well, with that kind of power, we could stop Zelmont. In fact, why do you even need me? You could probably defeat him yourself. Yeah, something like that. I dig that, Neko-chan. This just got real chill real quick. Feeling the jazz. I feel like Cyrus has tried to use his power before to stop Zelmont before, but like something happened. I dig that, Quinfon. I don't want it to be that simple. Well, for starters, again, Cyrus is a pacifist. He doesn't want to kill. He doesn't want to... What does stop Zelmont mean? That means kill him, right? Zelmont is powerful. And I think I want to give Zelmont some magic ability as well. Not wisdom, not this reincarnation thing. Maybe his own form of magic, like a dark magic kind of thing. Maybe he uses, like, Dark Age magic or something like that. And maybe he's more powerful than Cyrus, and maybe that's why he can't beat him. Okay, so, well, with that kind of power, we could stop Zelmont. In fact, why do you even need me? You could probably defeat him yourself.
I don't want to add more fire to an already raging war. I want to break the cycle of... I want to break the cycle of hate. Yeah. I want to break this I want to break not this cycle. I want to break the cycle of hate. Killing him. Right now, do Cyrus know about Octavia and her family? Cyrus knows, but Ruby doesn't. And we're going to get into Octavia's character later, because Leffenberg, the police know about that. They know about the situation with her, and I want Ruby to kind of find out. Because, like, why does she really need to know that? Like, it's not really, like, she doesn't need to know that right now, at least. They're not, like, friends right now. They're just contacts again. And the pixels were created by them. No, the pixels are derived from this old ancient magic, and it's just slowly faded into the pixelation magic or whatever. Just like, it's basically like glorified weird Wi-Fi sort of situation. Like it's used as in like, oh, you buy this phone, you'll get 3 gigabytes of pixelation. Like, it's like that basically. It's like in advertisements, it's in movies, like it's in media. There's like video games that utilize pixelation and stuff like that. It's very just like modernized magic basically. Their family, Octavia's family, are just, they're gunsmiths. They just know how to make really awesome weapons, really powerful weapons, and they were just all killed. Again, we kind of discussed this before because they didn't want to make weapons for this war, and that's why Octavia holds this grudge against Zelmont. But Zelmont isn't really after her. I know originally we decided that Zelmont is after her to make this big weapon or something like that. But I kind of just dig her being sort of a side character, and then, I don't know, I think what I want is that she's violent. Octavia is a violent character, and she wants Zelmont dead. She wants vengeance. And Cyrus is reluctant to that. Cyrus is more on the fence and a little more like, I don't want to fight, I just want to go. We just leave and just find a safe haven for us. So they both kind of agree on different things, and we're probably going to get into that in this sort of back and forth here. Yeah, maybe a flashback sort of thing, maybe a nightmare she'll have when she sleeps or something, where we can kind of allude to that. I think that Octavia should find out about Cyrus, his power. She will. I think that Cyrus keeping it from her is a little smart right now, because he doesn't know fully what this thing is. He doesn't know where this power exactly is coming. I'm sorry, I'm getting tired. Where this power is exactly coming from, and I think she will find in due time. This isn't some secret that's going to be, you know, teased throughout the entire series or anything like that. Like, it's probably going to be like the 2nd or 3rd chapter. If Cyrus did have an encounter with Zelmont before, I feel like Zelmont used his power to stop Cyrus, but what Zelmont did back then, he used magic in subtle ways that made it seem like he didn't use magic at all. It made it seem like he didn't use magic at all. Maybe, yeah. After Ruby asked Cyrus why, the response could be, the knowledge of my abilities are, well, very incomprehensible, and due to that fact, I must ask for assistance. Just an idea. I dig that. Maybe him saying something like, I'm not a soldier, like, I'm not a fighter, I want Cyrus to be a farm boy, like, he grew up on the farm, and he's like, I'm just a farm boy, I don't know how to fight. I might have these abilities, but I don't desire to use them, I don't want to use them. So yeah, and maybe have wisdom, kind of like this inner demon inside of him that's like, kill. Like, yeah, you're gonna want to kill Zelmont. That's your main goal. Maybe he has like dreams and stuff that kind of affect him that way. Octavia, look at Cyrus. Sees he's sweating a lot. Smiles and sighs. Alright, little sigh. Rubs his head. We're partners, so don't push yourself. I dig that. Yeah, I want Cyrus to be adorbs. Cyrus is like an adorable little baby. And I kind of dig, like, Ruby, like, taking care of him in a way. Like, kind of like, she sees the struggle. Like, she knows that Cyrus has dealt with some heavy stuff in his life. And she's kind of like, it's going to be all right. But maybe not super like that. Maybe, like, eventually they'll get there. I don't know. I like that Cyrus shouldn't use sophisticated language, but I dig the dialogue zero. Cyrus is not, he's smart. Cyrus is not like a he's a farm boy, but like he studies and like he had like plans to go to school and stuff like that, and like he's in the big city. Like he's not like a dummy or anything. He's not like Goku where he's just like, oh, what does that mean? Like he's not that kind of character. But Cyrus is a boy though. Like I mean, what kind of? He's not like a boy, like a child, but you know he's like, I think we agreed on like 15 or 16, and like you know those kids don't tend to talk like that. And I don't even think that saying incomprehensible, I don't think that's that sophisticated. Like, I've used that word before. If I use that word, then I don't think that should be considered super sophisticated. So Ruby, she's like his guardian. She kind of sees herself like that. Maybe she kind of falls into that line, like, later on in the story. She's like, wow, like, I kind of like Cyrus. Like, I want to take care of him. Goku marriage. Food always killed me. But yeah, that's, I think I have enough here, guys. I wanted to write a little bit more, but I don't think that's too entertaining for people that are watching this pre-recorded. I think I'm going to end it here. I think I have definitely, you guys have sparked more motivation within me to write more of this. I'm kind of excited to write more of this now. I really dig what we kind of dug up here. I really dig what we dug up. I like this. I like what we kind of developed here. I dig the idea of sort of Cyrus keeping that information from them, not understanding it. I think we've added a more of a human aspect to his character, and I think that's something that we've been missing for a little while. When writing this, Cyrus just kind of felt like main character, just like MC, blah blah blah, I'm a hero kind of character. And I'm probably going to go back and fix some of the dialogue towards the beginning. I want him to be a little more shy and a little more reserved than he was before. He was kind of like a like a Sonic the Hedgehog kind of like, you're too slow. Like, I don't know. He's kind of dipping into that territory, and that's just not him. I want him to be... God, I'm losing my voice here. I want him to be a little more, again, reserved. But yeah, I'm definitely feeling a little more excited to be writing this. We'll try to keep story series a weekly series. If I write a lot, I kind of like it being bi-weekly. I want to keep it every 2 weeks, so that way there is a lot for us to go through, things that I've read and everything like that. Make sure to hit me up on Twitter at Fumencho Tweets to find some information regarding the story. I'll try to tweet out more sort of ideas that you guys can vote upon that can make it into the series. If you're watching this pre-recorded, comment down below if you have any more ideas and any more things that you want to see make its way into the story. Leave that down below. You can also just tweet at me in general. I'm on Twitter constantly, and you could just tweet at me if you have an idea for story series. Let me know, and I could insert it in there. It's not a problem. It's actually really, really fun to get a lot of people's ideas and just kind of throw them all together. But truly, I want to thank you guys, because I started this stream not knowing what the hell I was going to do, and now I have I got that spark in my stomach. Like, I feel it. It's not just my stomach growling because I'm hungry for soup. It's like me hungry for writing. And that's exciting. I don't get that very often. You guys definitely helped me out a lot there. I feel like I'm a decent writer, but when I want to write and when I have those ideas, I'm even better. And I want to thank you guys for getting that side out of me. You said options that could... Yeah, definitely. Quinfon and Neko-chan and Zero, you guys were all tremendous help. With some of the dialogue. Neko-chan, you were doing fantastic. Zero with the big grand ideas, and Quinfon with kind of helping. I think Quinfon's really
I think you're really interested in adding more of a realism aspect to the story. Not necessarily realism, but more, I guess, yeah, realism. Like, you want the series to make a little more sense and a little more lively and have the characters have more of a realistic personality. And I really, really dig that. That's kind of what I'm getting from your suggestions. Just kind of like more, I don't know. It's hard for me to describe, but I'm definitely going to be taking all these ideas for sure. But yeah, it was definitely really, really fun. What about the Four Guardians? Four Guardians? Who are the Four Guardians? I don't know anything. Oh, the Four Guardians! Yeah, yeah. I think I'm gonna tease them at the end of the chapter. I think at the end of the chapter we're gonna see Zelmont, and he's gonna be like sitting in a throne, and he's gonna have these guardians, and he's like, the police are just garbage. They can't do a thing. It's time for me to send you out. And then these guardians come, and they all have like different weird steampunk weapons and different weird magic abilities and things like that. And those are going to be like the primary antagonist for Ruby in this group. So yeah, and Ruby, by the way, there's other characters. They're kind of like a resistance, and there are other characters. We haven't even talked about that, but Ruby kind of has this group with them where they all kind of fight against Zelmont's men and protect the people and stuff like that. Freedom fighters. And there's different people among them. I have this character named Dan that I have planned. And a couple others I don't have names for. Again, I like the names that you guys have come up for. I like Dan. I don't know why. But if you guys have cool name ideas and names that you would like to see in the series, definitely let me know. Hit me up on Twitter. Again, if I come up with cool names, I'll let you guys vote for them. The Guardians, I want to wait a little while. I think we'll tackle the Guardians next story series. I hopefully by that point we'll be towards the end of this chapter. That's my goal. Next story series entry, we're finishing the first chapter. And we'll give the chapter a name together. And we'll close that off and we'll start on that second chapter. I want story series to be... I don't know how long I plan on this going. I didn't really plan on it. You know, I never really thought of it going on, like, I don't know. So we'll see. This could go on for years. Who knows? We could be, you know, doing all kinds of crazy stuff with story series. I like the characters should be relatable. That's the word. That's the word, Quinfon. That's what I was looking for. Because making connections makes people reading it to me, making it more interesting. Yeah, definitely. And I appreciate all of your tips and tricks to make that happen. Go party people. Power Rangers reference, definitely. Goal achievement. Siri, I dig Siri. Siri's Witcher though. Like I know you probably don't play Witcher, but like Witcher, Siri is that's like calling a character Sasuke. Like you just don't do it. Siri is too much of a character already. I feel like I dig Dan though. I like Dan. The Jazz Club, yeah, definitely feeling it. What if we have an endgame fight between Zelmont and Cyrus, but Zelmont can counter Cyrus's Blue Age magic, and the more Cyrus uses his magic, Zelmont drains his power little by little and loses it. Something like that is cool. I think that works. Definitely Zero. I'm not even thinking about endgame though. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this won't be very long. Maybe it'll be like 5 or 6 chapters. I think 10 chapters. It's a short story. Like this isn't Full Metal Alchemist. Like, we're not going volume after volume. I think, like, around, like, 10 chapters, we'd probably call it out. So, yeah, we could come up with an ending a little earlier than expected, but we'll see how it goes. It just depends on how it's flowing. If I feel like it can keep going, I'll keep going. But if I feel like, yeah, we should probably end it here, or if I want to write something else, again, this is Story Series Season 1. Season 2, we'll be starting an entirely new series, an entirely new story, and that'll be fun, too. Yeah, I think a short story is good. So that way we can do more stories, you know. I want to, like, I already have ideas for things I want to do later, too. Like, you know, we're in, like, this steampunk sort of fantasy world, and I'd love to tackle something in the real world, or, like, a school comedy, or, you know, something like that. You know, we're writing something serious and actiony and fantasy, but, like, I can do anything. I'd love to write, you know, something of that nature. I feel like we're right in ending should Cyrus win. Yeah, I think Cyrus should win. It's shonen. Yeah, we're shonen, definitely. I think that we have the groundwork for a series that could go on for a very long time. I just don't think that's a smart idea for this channel and for what we're doing. And maybe I will just kind of like secretly write it in silent and share with you guys in certain videos. But yeah, I think that we should keep it a little short. Not like super short. Well, there's going to be plenty more, but not super long.
It would be interesting if Zelmont won. It would be interesting. It would be Quinn Fun. I don't know. Usually in stories, the main character wins, and I feel like we could make it different. I feel like we could too. 800 chapters. Good lord, no. Right? We're not One Piece boys. Let's not get carried away now. But that would be hype. I don't see Blue Age that long. I see it like maybe like 200 chapters. Like in the manga, you could go for years, but writing is just like, it's difficult. And to do these videos and talking about the same story, the same characters, I think it'd get a little boring. Like, I like the idea of writing different stories and coming up with different ideas for different things and stuff. We are going to be, we're gonna beat One Piece. I'm gonna watch One Piece. I'm watching Shippuden now. In life, most people don't win in the end. True, Quinn Fun. True. In life, most of the time you lose. So, yeah, that would be interesting. Yeah, I need to catch up too, Neko-chan. I'm digging your sort of justification for this, Quinn Fun. And that's the thing. That's the beauty of this, is there's no consequences to how terrible this story comes out. It could be a piece of garbage. Who cares? We're just gonna write another one. Like, that's really all it is. We're just going to write another one, and it could be better, it could be worse. And not necessarily just that, not just necessarily worrying about whether the story's going to be good or not, but we could take risks. There's not like an editor breathing down our neck, and there's not like fans and readers that are like, oh, you can't do this with this character. We could just have Cyrus die right now if we wanted to. Like, we could do whatever we want with it. It's not, there's no limitation. There's no one telling us we can't do these things. So, yeah, the bad guys could win, and Cyrus could die. And I love that. I think that's one of the main reasons why I started this. It's just writing without consequence, without fear, and just without worry. It's just fun writing. So yeah, it could turn out terrible. I think that's something that I'm been kind of stuck on, is how I'm writing it. You know, I've been kind of struggling with taking it a little too seriously, and I think my phone's just going off. I think I want to just chill and just write it, just add more to the story and not worry about it so much. You know. So yeah, that's definitely something I'm going to take into account. It's just having more fun. Yeah, definitely Quinn's being real. Yeah, let's get real now. In real life, in IRL, good guys usually do not win. True. Cyrus dead. Rest of the chapter see ghost in background. Oh my god. And then it'll be like Shippuden. We'll have like a second part to it. We could totally do that too. Like after Blue Age, we could start another series, some school romance or something, or we could start like some series like an isekai or something like that. And then we could go back to Blue Age. And the characters, we could do like a time skip where the characters are older now or something stupid like that. We could end it on a cliffhanger. So what's happened now? A lot has happened. Sorry, Regu. Yeah, I'm about to end the stream, but you could catch the VOD if you want. Ooh, Joshua, that's mean. Cyrus dies and Octavia can get taken away. Good God, you guys are mean. You guys are awful. How about Cyrus loses his magic and then has to beat Zelmont with his brain and wisdom of all the fights and encounters he had before, and Octavia and Ruby have his back. Yeah, I dig that. I like that, Zero. Yeah, Josh is being mean. That's too mean. I can't do that. I could, though. I could. It's not entirely, that's another thing I have to stress. It's not entirely up to me. It's all of you guys. All of you guys are a part of the story. And I want to thank all of you guys as well. Neko-chan, Quinfon, Zero, Regu, Joshua, and many, many others, like 4 or 5 others, have all helped me tremendously with this story. I can't say I would have written something like this. This is definitely new to me, and I'm having a blast. Death will come. Death will come, Regu. In what way, shape, or form, I don't know yet, but it will come. You're already killing the characters. I love. We're not killing them yet. We're still a little while, but I think that I definitely want to kill a character. That's definitely going to happen. You guys are all focused on Ruby and Cyrus and Octavia. You guys are forgetting about Bosco, Oswald, Leffenberg, and the rest of the police force.
Yeah, we can kill off... We can do whatever we want, guys. We can do whatever we want. A portal can open up from another dimension and little tiny hamsters can come out. Like, we could do that. That's okay. Yeah, and then there's also Zelmont, too, in his Guardians, or what. I don't know if I want to call them Guardians, but his, like, henchmen or whatever. The 3 or 4. I don't know about gore. I don't know if I'd go that far. We're not going to be ripping guts out. I don't know about all that. You know what would be cool? If Cyrus can transfer his powers to others, or maybe Octavia can be the healer and support her with nice thunder magic. That's tough. I think I'd have to start the series. I'd have to go back from the drawing board there, because if everyone can use magic, then why the hell are they after Cyrus? Like, what's the big deal? I get even making Cyrus have superior magic. I think it's just not as fun writing that. I dig like the idea of Cyrus kind of being the only one. Maybe a couple of other characters. Octavia can use weapons though. She is a badass, and we're about to get to that point where she is, and she knows how to fight. And Ruby does too, so I don't think we have to worry about that. But there will be other characteristic types of fighting to kind of, you know, add to the characters. Good God. I don't know about that, Quinfon. That's crazy. Octavia is hell-bent on killing Zelmont. I'm about to start writing that right now. She's a character who uses guns, not magic. Yeah, definitely Joshua. But maybe one of the people part of the rebellion or part of the resistance or whatever, maybe one of them can use like a form of pixelation that's a little bit more advanced than the one that the public uses. Maybe he can like transfer. Maybe he has that manipulation thing where he can like he's like hacked it or something, and he can do different things with pixelation than others can. But yeah, we're crossing about an hour and a half now. That's when I like to end it. It's getting a little too long. Not too long. Again, I could do this for hours with you guys, but I definitely don't want to go on too long, because again, I like that VOD. I like being able for people to go back and watch us kind of develop the story. That's what it's all about. Maybe next week or the week after, I will host a video, or I will just upload a video called The Story So Far. I meant to do that before, but I wanted to write a little bit more. Now I'm planning on writing more, and there will be more, so I will do a video called The Story So Far, so I don't have to keep reading it over and over again for people that have joined in on the stream. They could just go back and watch the video and just get the gist of the story, so that we can move forward, and I don't have to keep going back and back and back. I mean, we don't know much about Octavia. Yeah, we don't. She's probably controlled by Zelmont right now, and we don't even know it. Oh my goodness. That's insane. But it would be transformed. Cyrus would get weaker by doing it, and the transfer would be on accident. Octavia should have twin dragon fanged knives. Nice swift kills. You're insane, Zero. I dig Ruby. I want Ruby to use knives. I think that's cool. And I want a character to use a sword, too. I want swords. I'm sorry. I know you guys have been a little like, swords, there's guns, that doesn't work. Like, there's swords in Fullmetal Alchemist. They're fighting people with guns. Like, it's okay to have swords, because swords are just awesome. There doesn't need to be a justification on why a character is using a sword. He's using a sword because he's freaking awesome. Like, that's all there is to it. Let's get real here. Yeah, we could do something like that, though. I do like the ability of, like, maybe not him, like, transferring his ability, but if he can make a force field to block bullets, maybe he can, like he grabs onto Octavia's shoulder, and then she has this blue aura around her, and then bullets, like, bounce off of her. He could do stuff like that. A long one. A real long... This long. Long man! Oh my god. Oh my god. That meme will never die on this channel. But yeah, long story. Yeah, you can... Maybe Dan uses like a big buster sword like Cloud Strife or something like that. Oh no. Yeah, when you start saying long man, it's time to go. It's time to end the stream, guys. It's time to end the stream. But yeah, I'm going to keep writing. I'll let you guys know on the progress on Twitter. You can hit me up there. And I will post the video in the next week or so, reading the story so far. I'll add some cool music, and I'll try to do like really cool voices and stuff like that. It doesn't have to be an ordinary sword. It could be a special sword, because Cyrus and Octavia should not be the only ones with special stuff. I mean, Octavia doesn't really have special stuff. She's just a badass with guns. That's all she is. She like pulls out 2 pistols, can pull out a rifle, you know. But yeah, I think a cool sword. It's not just gonna be a regular sword. Like, it'll be something cool. But yeah. Yeah, Neko-chan, you started that meme. I hate you. I hate you because of it. Swords, that's up my alley. Let me know about it, okay? Also, are you watching FLC Alternative tonight? I am not, because I don't have cable. So no, I'm not. But I do plan on binging that series at a later date. I mean, you see FLCL here. You know how much of a fan I am of Furikuri. So, you know, I will get onto that. And I'll probably make a video talking about that too. But yeah, this has been a very successful... This has probably been my favorite story series stream yet. Just of how... I don't know. Like, I just feel the spark now because of you guys. You guys are great. Yeah, this channel is all about the weirdness. And I hope it stays that way. It will be awesome. So yeah, thank you guys very, very much for joining in. Thank you for being a part of this live stream. Again, very, very fun. All of you guys are tremendous human beings. And yeah, I'm going to keep writing. Again, hit me up on Twitter at FuMenShowTweets. You can find the link on my channel page, or you can go to any of my videos, not my streams, any of my videos. You can find the link there. You'll see a little, in the description, you'll see, hey, thank you for watching. If you want to get updates, blah, 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 click on that link. Follow me if you want. Again, shameless plug, but if you want to know the details of what's going on in the story, I'll make sure to tweet out more stuff regarding that. And, yeah. Stay warm or stay cool, whatever you guys prefer. Yeah, so just enjoy the fall. Fall's coming up. October's just around the corner. Stay cozy, and yeah, until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.